Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. Hey, let it think it up. Let it think. Hey, let it think it up. Let it think. Let it think.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat at welcome to my channel, Mami Flo. Ngayon po ay mamamasyal tayo at dadaling ko kayo sa isang napakaganda na namang lugar at ito po ay lifetime experience. So ang pupuntahan po natin ay Pikes Peak American Mountain at ito po ay may taas na 14,105 feet in altitude and sweeping 360 degrees view. Napakataas po mga kaibigan. Ang Pikes Peak America's Mountain na ito po ay pupunta po tayo sa pamamagitan ng train na tinatawag po dito na Cog Railway at ito po ay 1 oras nating itatravel at 30 minutes po naman na pahinga pag dumating na po tayo sa Pikes Peak Summit Visitor Center na nandun po sa tuktok ng bundok. So, bale, kailangan po tayong bumaba at tingnan natin kung ano ang merong mga importanteng tagubilin doon. So mga kaibigan, samahan niyo po ako na mamasyal at ma-experience ang ganda ng nilikha na naman ni Lord. Talagang this is so amazing. At hindi ko po akalain na merong tren na papasok po sa loob ng bundok at para pumunta sa pinakatuktok niya. So parito po at tayo manood.
Don't you worry, we pass each other with what is called a siding, and we control these sidings with what is called a switch. Now, back in ye olden days of 2017, it was your conductor's job to get out of the train and flip these switches manually. This could be a real hard task in extreme weather such as rain or snow. Right now, with our new renovations, we have fully automated radio-controlled switches that can be operated with just a push of a button by your engineer, making things oh so smooth. Now the trick here is to hit those sidings on time. I'll let you know a little later how you can help us do that. Work out today. We got people facing all kinds of directions. So when I point out things outside of the train, I could refer to them either on the 2-seat side or on the 3-seat side, so nobody misses out on anything cool today. This first landmark is going to be on the 2-seat side. At about track level, you're going to look for a rock that fell down the mountain and landed in the shape of a diamond. We are very creative with our names here at the Cog Railway, so we call this one Diamond Rock. Diamond Rock is now passing the center of the train. Diamond Rock, like all the other rock you'll see around us today, is made up of a 900 million-year-old mixture of mica, 1,300 feet. That's 8,000 feet higher than Niagara Falls. We'll be passing a downbound train. This hill we're on right now is called Son of a Gun Hill. Back in the days where we used steam locomotives, it was the fireman's job to shovel coal into the steam engine to keep that pressure high enough to get to the top of these hills. Once they got to the top, the exhausted firemen would turn to their engineer and say, "Man, that hill was a son of a gun," or something like that. Get out and I'll just roll them off the tracks. They're pretty small. But just last week we had a rock so big. It took me, it took Ron, it took two. Cross your fingers, folks. Hopefully it's still there. You'll see our handiwork on the 2-seat side. It's prop rock. It's now passing the center of the train. Don't worry, we lifted with our legs. One of the oldest and longest operating hydroelectric plants on this side that was built in the early 1900s by the city of Colorado Springs, and it powers about 200 homes in the area. Also coming up on the 3-seat side, you'll see a white frame house. This is the caretaker's house. They live here year-round. They are in charge of taking care of that hydroelectric plant at the back of the lot. They live here with their family and their 2 dogs, Bruno and Sparky. There's Bruno the black dog, standing guard.
I was about to say, y'all should go there afterward.
You might be asking yourself, how do those folks get up here? Well, on the 3-seat skunk, foxes, coyotes, squirrels, and rabbits. As we get higher, the landscape changes and so do the animals. So keep your eyes open for elk, Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep, Arctic raven, golden eagles, and our world-famous yellow-bellied whistling marmots. His name was Zalman Simmons, and he was an inventor and entrepreneur. He took a 3-day road trip up this mountain to inspect some telegraph lines that he had invented. When he came back down, he said the views from the summit were spectacular, but the 3-day road trip was the most uncivilized thing he had ever done. Third rail running down the center of the tracks. This third rail is called the rack rail, and this rack rail has teeth cut into it, and these teeth mesh with the 10 cog wheels underneath this train. It's these cogwheels that provide us all of our motoring and all of our braking power. Those rails you see on the outside, those are called T-rails or running rails. They are a standard gauge rail, 4 feet, 8.5 inches. They are the same kind of rail you see going across the United States. All they do for us is they guide the train and balance us. The standard adhesion ring crew house, it's the section crew's job to maintain the track year-round. And when the Cog Railway first opened, the section crew lived up here during the summer, and they just walked down to wherever work needed to be done on the tracks. Now our section crew just hitches a ride on one of our trains, or they have their own work chains, and they can go back home to their families in Colorado Springs. Now that building might look a little odd to you, I assure you it is level, and we are the ones out of here for a brief moment. I hope we brought some good hiking boots. You guys get in this thing. We have a downbound train we're going to be passing. And you're welcome to stand up and stretch your legs.
Pwede pala eh.
Leaving the summit at 2:35. Is that correct, Ron?
Yes, that's correct. Sorry, I was just adding an extra hour. So we only need an extra 5 minutes. 2:35, correct? No, that's not right. It's 3:25. Yes, 3:25. I told you the right thing.
Do not run. If you come back to the train and you see those doors are closed, you're welcome to press the green button on the outside. That'll open the door for you. It's a little cold today. If you still have a window open, could you please roll up your window? We don't want to come back to a big red refrigerator. And for those of you in the upper part of car number 3, could you please exit out of car number 2 where I am? Just come uphill towards me.
And it's snowing. Andito na po kami sa Pikes Peak Summit Visitor Center sa Pinakatuktok ng bundok. At binigyan po kami ng 30 minutes para po magkape or uminom or gumamit ng banyo dahil sa taas po ng altitude na ito ay yung pong iba ay nagpa-pass out na, yung po namang iba ay uhaw na at kailangan po talaga na uminom ng tubig para po maibsan ang inyong pagkahilo or kung ano man ang inyong nararamdaman. Bago po pumunta rito o sumakay sa tren, ay meron pong mga babala doon na kung ano ang dapat isuot nyo. Dahil today, ngayon nga po, ay alam naming mag-i-snow. Dito lang po sa tuktok. Kaya meron po kami mga dala na extra na jacket at extra na mga pantakip sa aming mga mukha dahil sobra pong ginawa. Ngayon po binabagtas na po namin ang loob po ng Summit Visitor Center. Para po ito isang maliit na building din na nakalagay sa tuktok ng bundok at makakakita ka po dito ng meron pong kapihan, meron din po mga souvenir shop at meron pong mga memorabilia tungkol po dito po sa Summit Visitor na ito. Ito po ay nagsimula visitor na ito, Pikes Peak, since 1891. So, ayan po. Baliktad lang po sa screen pero 1891. Tapos nag-start po sila magkaroon ng mga highway dyan sa loob. Tapos, ayan po yung mga forest ranger. So, it's interesting po na marami po pala ang mga activities sa gitna ng bundok na yan. Kailangan ko na pong uminom ng araw na yun dahil sa sobra pong taas ng altitude at lamig ay parang hindi ko nakakayanin. Hindi po ako makahinga, hindi po dahil sa aking mask, kundi dahil po talaga sa pag mataas ang altitude, syempre po, less po ang oxygen. Kaya, kailangan ko pong uminom at magpahinga ng konti. So, after 30 minutes po ay nagre-ready na po kami. Lahat po na pumunta na po sa dating mga upuan para po pababa naman. So, yung mga tao po na nagkape, naggumamit ng banyo, ay bumalik na uli at nagpa-picture taking, ay ito po pauwi na kami. At ito po ay mag-start na uli na bumaba ang train. So, bale, pababa na po ang train na sinasakyan namin. At napapansin po namin na habang pababa kami, ay pawala naman ang pawala ang snow. At talaga siguro po talagang dyan lang sa taas ng mountain na yan, sa tuktok, dun lang talaga siya nag-snow. So, atin pong i-appreciate lahat po ng mga bagay na pinagkaloob ni Lord at talaga po naman truly amazing. Sa inyo po lahat, marami pong salamat sa pagsama nyo sa akin ulit. Marami pa po tayong pupuntahan at mag-ingat po tayo lahat. God is good all the time.